Hello and welcome to episode 10 of our Ironteeth Meander playthrough. Timberborn, obviously. This episode marks the last of my fingers I can count on. I'll have to find a new method. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're returning, did I say it again? If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I will get this intro stuff down eventually. All right, without further ado, let's get started. Where were we? My alt button is stuck down, so I am scrolling layers. So we're working on our reservoir. And I think we were planning to plant more coffee beans here, but I don't know if we really need all those coffee beans. However, I think having a nice, neat area of coffee beans is going to look better than trees there. So, coffee bushes it is. It's the end of it's a temper cycle. Let's get some more water pumping. Apparently we didn't start doing that at the end of the last one. Then I think this is where Kelpesh wanted a floodgate, or possibly up here. I don't remember entirely. Let's see how we can make that happen. Well, we can make this a platform and then this right here a floodgate, and that will accomplish it. So we could do levee, single floodgate to be able to lower this as needed to prevent this flooding. And after that's completed, we'll actually we'll wait. After that's completed, we'll delete this levee and replace it with a platform for the path to continue. I don't know why we're going at 1x speed. We can't get anything done that speed, so let's go a little faster. All right. Yeah, all of this is looking quite nice. We just need to carry on with this, and we're going to need to figure out how to raise up this portion. Actually, I don't think we need it. Yeah, we don't need those. We need it right up to there to help keep the water out. And do we even need? Yeah, we do need that. We're gonna need to keep that. So we got this little piece jumping out just to yeah, just to add one more square of surface area. I guess that works. Let's see. To get this good and going across, one thing we could do is just build the platforms. A platform going this other direction. Is that gonna line up right? It will. Perfect. Then we just need another ladder right there. Oh, and we don't have paths up here. That's probably why none of this has been building. And we don't have a staircase right there? Or here? I was slacking last episode somehow. So yeah, let's let them get those done first. We are at a major log bottleneck at the moment. That is what's holding us back. Period. Nothing else. And I'm trying to decide if there's any place we'd want to build another farm at the moment, like a tree farm. And kind of thinking maybe over here, to be honest. I think we could use the wood. We did just expand a lot of this, so maybe we won't need a whole lot of wood. But we have homeless beavers, actually. Let's address that fact first. Let's see. Housing. A row house. Can go right there. Just won't have any decorations at the moment, but we can put some. We might get some more injuries here fairly soon. So with that in mind, let's just make sure we stay ahead of that, and we can put a medical bed under here. And then stairs going up here to put the decorations up top. Like a roof and a lantern. That would be a perfectly fine spot for a beaver bust. Drought's approaching. I wish we had more water pumped up. We don't. Can we maybe... Now, we need to build this scaffolding before we can really hope to get any of this this dam higher. Really, these aren't even as big of a priority as... Oh, say this, because we can actually raise this up. No, we can't until that's done. There's a lot of stuff to be prioritized up there, actually. Let's just prioritize all the scaffolding so we have access to everything. I don't think we're going to get this any higher this temperate cycle. Just if we had the wood, we would have a chance. We don't have the wood for it. How's our power doing if we can't get a good idea while the buildings aren't working? All right. I would like this to be built pretty quickly too. Where are our foresters? And why don't we have trees planted here? Oh, because that's not always irrigated. If this is lower, that doesn't get irrigated. That's right. See, I remember some stuff, guys. I wouldn't say it's a lot. We won't need these lumberjacks until these trees start coming in. I lied. If we just mark this one for cutting, we could use one lumberjack. At least I thought we could. It's already done, actually. Perfect. I am going to leave that in case we need more food. We're doing just fine on food at the moment, but that can always change pretty quickly. What we are going to have to do is figure out how we're going to level some of this off and then start on our tunnel system here before too long. So I think we're going to blow down to the bottom right next to this tubeway so that we can build vertical tubeways down there. And then we can connect these via tunnels. And boom. Where's my dynamite? There it is. Okay. Yeah, we didn't even get all the scaffolding done before that drought starts. Luckily, I got that water going when I did, because now we at least have some stored up. Hopefully, this isn't too long of a drought. The simple fact that we don't have a whole lot of water stored up. A 28-day drought. You know, just 2 days short of the longest possible drought. We're going to pause these pumps at least. We want to save this water as much as possible. Take advantage of this water that's going to be lost to evaporation as much as possible. We actually still have quite a bit of plank. So what I do think I'm going to do here is make a few more pumps here. Just to really, while we have the opportunity, take advantage of this stuff before it evaporates away. Because every single second, this is just going to evaporate more and more until we can store as much of it as possible. It'll be a while before these trees come in. There is a blueberry bush there, as well as some paths we really don't need. That can, and I would even say should, be oaks. Every little bit helps. I'll just mark that as high, not very high priority. Should be a little better. We don't even need that path anymore. Really? Can this forester reach any more oaks? Oh, yeah. Heck, maybe we don't need to make another tree farm. We just got to utilize the space that we currently have for tree farms. That should be decent there. We might not have a lumberjack that can reach that at the moment. No, we do. We're golden with that too. We have a beaver that doesn't have anything to do. Well, now always be making more metal for us. Okay, we are, before we get too carried away, going to have to start working our way towards another scrap pile. We had so much scrap stored up, it felt like we couldn't run out. That is, of course, not the case. We definitely can run out. And we also have excessive pathing right there. That could be more trees. Why are we having pathing take up our growing space? That's just silly. As a matter of fact, we do that and then that. Yeah, we're not using these natural slopes anymore, but it's just a much better path for everything we need. We can even demolish those at that point and have additional tree space. So these birches are ready. So are those pines. We just don't have these lumberjacks working. And we don't have these marked for cutting. I don't know whose fault that is, but they made a mistake. They made a mistake there too. You know, people make mistakes, guys. It happens. And we're not pointing any fingers here. Could have been any one of us. All right, so this is all drained out. We stored as much of that water as beaverly possible. Now we can free up those jobs. Probably start one of these pumping too. I think it will be safe to do that. So this water all drains out, and it all drained out here, didn't it? I didn't close this. It's what I really should have done. I really should have set this to auto. I didn't. We could have had all of this water stored up, actually. My bad. Oh, I just gotta decide which of these scrap piles I want to be our next scrap. And I'm kind of leaning towards this one. If we can get the tubeways over here, then we can also harvest all of these dead pines. And I think that'll be well worth it. We don't need this anymore. So, let's work on our two-way construction. And all the while we're messing around with some of these other projects, our mega projects of that scaffolding and reservoirs are going to continue advancing. Except we need to keep blowing up this dynamite. Not a big deal. Okay, so now that we've made it that far, do that. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to build. I wanted normal tubeways. Remember, they can build from the tubeways, so they can just keep building this one step at a time. And it's no problem. And I think we'll place the station right like so. We can put a lumberjack flag here. We'll just mark all of these trees, even though some of them aren't on the correct level for us to access yet. They will be. We'll access them at some point here. And then we can put down a scavenger flag too. You know, to make them access that, we can do that right away. And that'll keep them pretty busy. Take a little bit to build this. It does require planks. We do have more planks available than we do logs at the moment. How are we coming on getting to the bottom of that? We're there. We are there. So, to work our way down there, we just need vertical tubeways. Regular tubeway. And then since I can build through here, we can start building tunnels. It's just going to be pretty annoying to try to do, but it can be done. Yeah, that should be just fine. So I do think we can go ahead and delete this dam and replace it with a levee, a layer of levees. We just need to prioritize that much, and then we can go higher, I think. Oh, we can go higher anyway. Sweet. We don't actually need any levees right there, though, as I'm looking at it. So that's good. We only have 4 empty beds, so we're going to want this row house done pretty quick, too, to be honest. Okay. How are they coming along over here? Not too bad. Not too bad considering they have to do one piece at a time. This is fully pumped out. We still have another 18 days. We've only gone through 10 days of the drought so far. I think the more we can concentrate the water, the better. So we're going to let those guys pump. Because if we can get this water into the reservoir, it'll be better. Let's just adjust the priority on some of this. And I think we can set the rest of this to normal. I don't want to change the whole stack to normal now. There. We'll leave it for a little bit here. Let's see, any of these oaks coming in? Nope, not yet. All right, so not a lot of trees coming in yet. We are almost to this tubeway station. Do we have the gears? Oh gosh, we have the gears. Definitely have the gears. We are a little shy on metal blocks, but we got 2 smelters going, so that should really even out soon. I don't think we need 2 bad water pumps at the moment. How are we coming on these tubeways? Aha! We need to build new tubeways. If we were playing with ladders, we could have just made a ladder down here. Now we're going to build tubeways instead. They work a lot better for building above. But it'll get it done. It'll get the job done for sure. We just have to go straight this way a ways. And actually straight that way a ways. And we can have them connected. So that's kind of exciting. We really need some more logs though. How far out are these? Some of these are getting somewhat close. Obviously, the birches are going to be not too far away always. Aha, the two-way station is done, so we now have another lumberjack flag. Can prioritize that. We actually have the workforce. I would feel comfortable putting another lumberjack flag down over here. Maybe, say, right there to be able to reach all those trees. Down on this level. We're once again collecting scrap, which we weren't for a bit there. Because we were just trying to clear this area out when we accomplished that. Okay. Not too bad. We gotta keep babysitting this project down here, though. Let's just check. If I scroll up from here, am I in that other reservoir? Not quite. So, how about there? We will be after we start blowing that up. We need to get here. We'll do one more for good measure there. Oh, there's even trees mixed in with the scrap. Okay, there's more trees there than I thought. I mean, this isn't a whole lot of logs. Each of these pines are only worth 2, but it's better than nothing. Absolutely. It's just logs waiting for us to use. I think we'll just go ahead and go up here with this next one. Maybe not right there, though. I do want it to be able to access up here as well. This needs to be prioritized. And then lumberjack flag. And yes, these birches aren't worth many logs, but they're going to be worth enough to warrant the stairs, especially after we delete the stairs. We're going to get 75% of that back. Definitely worth it when we're hurting for logs this much. Now, how did that reach there at one point, but not anymore? That is a great question. Probably something to do with the tube ways, I'm guessing. Well, we still have a little bit of water. Not anymore. Okay, so everything's concentrated. So we pumped quite a bit out of here to concentrate that. Let's go babysit the tube ways down here again. Definitely not the most efficient way to build. The other way we'd have to do is blow out enough of an area to build a staircase. Also, not the most efficient. Without ladders, it gets a little ugly. But this is going to be our pipe that's going to connect our 2 reservoirs. Okay. These just are not getting built, are they? Not for lack of trying, though. Just lack of wood. These are getting close enough. I am going to unpause a few of these lumberjack flags. Just 2 of them for now. Because until... Well, maybe we'll need more. We'll see. Looks like we are running out of kohlrabies. I want to keep the food varieties up. So I am going to plant just a few more kohlrabies. We also are running out of fermented cassava still. So let's try that. See how that does for our food varieties. Nothing to do. Well, you can be deleted. Nothing to do. Oh, there's something for you to do. We just forgot to mark that one. That's all. Okay, now there's nothing to do. Let's see. Then we can just zigzag our way over here. And put down another one. And maybe another staircase. This is going to be just for 3 logs for this, but it's not costing us any more to get up there. So, yeah, we're going to do it. That one might not be worth it. It's not worth the logs, but in order to get it, we could spend 1 dynamite. That'll be worth it, I think. Checking this reservoir. Still struggling a bit to come along with that. Really thought that would be going faster. Maybe I need to mark those 2 levels at very high priority, I guess. There, the logs are coming in. Where are all those coming in for this batch of trees? Came online. Wonderful. We needed that. We definitely needed that. I'm going to replace these birches and stuff with oaks too. There we go. All right, time to babysit our tunnels again. We're also going to have to figure out how we're going to build scaffolding to explode this. And I think it's just going to be as simple as deleting this one and building platforms out this direction. Because without these, we can just go up here and make it work. I think that's how we're going to do it. All right, we can make this level higher, it looks like. Set that at high priority. We got all these trees marked for cutting, right? We do. Okay. We just only have 2 beavers to do the cutting. Because both of these are gatherer flags. You know what? Maybe... yeah. We delete just this one little birch seedling and put down another lumberjack flag. I do think we're going to want to slow down, if not stop the pumping. At this point. Because we don't have a whole lot of water left in here. And we still got 9 days. I probably should have stopped the pumping a little while ago, to be honest. My bad. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. It shouldn't bite us too bad, because even if this goes dry, these trees have a pretty good drought resistance. The main thing it might cause issues for are the mangroves. Because all of this food is supplied via a fluid dump that can go out of our tanks. Really, you guys couldn't reach that 1 log there? No, that 1 log wasn't marked for cutting. This is ridiculous to build this, but whatever. It's two logs. Two logs we wouldn't otherwise have. Same thing here. Honestly. We have no need anymore for these, or for that matter. Okay. How's this looking? Looking pretty good. Babysit the tunnels. Is this all done? It is. Awesome. And like I said, delete that. We can start making the scaffolding. More scaffolding, this time for explosions. Now we're not going to go all the way to the bottom with this because we still want that tunnel to be working. And actually, we're just going to go to the same level as this. But we'll leave the scaffolding up there for the explosions. Okay, that was... I don't know what happened there. Not how I wanted to build that. I think... Yeah, if we just build even a 1x1 bridge, we'll be able to reach everything at the end there. Stairs. There we go. I think. Oh, just need one more stairs here, actually. But we need to put these at low priority. And this at a high priority so they don't strand themselves. Oh gosh, don't strand yourselves. You're gonna strand yourselves. God. Dang it. Don't strand yourself. Don't strand any beavers. There we go. Nothing to do in range. No, you weren't actually done. You had a job to do. You had one log to cut down. No, you didn't. I deleted that. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to explode it. Okay, so we can go back and babysit our tunnel. Oh, look at all those logs. These must have came online. Yep. Okay. Unpausing this. Excellent. I think we can even safely do this. Pretty safe anyway. As long as we put all of this at normal. With how many logs we have there? Yeah. That should be up to 10, but at low priority. I think we can even use another builder's hut. Or at least it won't hurt anything. Excellent. I think we still need to put the paths here. Yep. Good. Good, good, good. Too far from a district center. I bet. I'm not sure, but maybe if we blow this up, maybe they'll be able to grab that. It's a decent chance anyway. You built the lantern before you built the roof. Come on, guys. I guess technically if we were super desperate for logs, we could cut down these mangrove trees. That was an option to cut down some of them because we do have more than we need. And they are actually every bit better than pines for wood because they take only 10 days to grow and give you 2 logs. Pines take 12 days to grow for the 2 logs. Do we not have a lumberjack? No, we probably haven't marked those for cutting. Yeah, I don't know who messed that up. Somebody did. We forgive them though. Okay. Is the beaver done yet? No. Because this explosive needs to explode. We got the log, everybody. We might need another scavenger flag even. Okay. Go back to babysit that tunnel. We've been a little lazy on that. Go down below the scaffolding just a little bit here. Be able to mark all of this. It looks like we can do a double up here. Yeah. Probably have to babysit that tunnel some more. Oh, not quite yet even, actually. Now, though. Close enough. Excellent. Is this? This is all done. Levees and a dam. Sweet. If we wanted to hold a little more water, we could blow up this. And this is why we didn't have all of this planted here. Oh boy, we have lots of trees to cut down yet. No, we need to destroy that spot before we can reach those 10 logs, which at this point, not that big of a priority. Where's the closest place? Oh, you guys are hauling dynamite over here from long distances. Nope, nope, nope. Not bad water. Extract. Obtain. Dynamite. Obtain. Babysit the tunnel. This is not a good way to build a tunnel. It requires a lot of micromanagement, but it doesn't require a lot of extra digging. We are now to the point where we need our plank production back up and running. We actually probably should have done that a while ago. Oh well, it happened. Again, I don't know whose mistake that was. We forgive them though. Could you even turn this smelter back on to be on? Oh, we are getting quite a few vacancies. Might be time for another breeding pod. Advanced, of course. Okay. Looking good. Let's see how well this fills up. And this can just be set to open for now. More babysitting. Let's double check. Yep, we are far enough. So that just means we have to scroll out from there and lay some dynamite. Do we have the scaffolding for that? We do. Before we forget, somebody's already freaking out, I guarantee it. We need to start pumping some water. Badly. Okay. Okay, something is messed up here. We just have this closed. We have it open. Where are we having issues? Hmm. This part isn't done. Let's just open that up. Is that where it's leaking? There's a lot of problems going on here. I just don't know where they're coming from. Yeah, this is higher than all of this again. Right. That makes sense. These aren't done because, well, they can't be done. Not unless we blow some holes. In this. Then they can. And the other problem is making all that flood. So we don't have our tunnel done yet, really. Okay, that is connected. Oh, we are so stinking close. Right there is where this tunnel's going to connect. Just having some minor flooding until then. Okay, it's not very minor, actually. It's pretty serious flooding. But we needed some drama. Down there yet? We are down there. So now these two, let's shut this off. These two should go at the same level if I did this right. Nope, it's gonna flow out of here. Not a big deal. We actually just need to delete that and then this because it can overflood the solid tube waste. So if we build a levee here, then this is where the water is overflowing right now through our pressurized pipe. In fact, it's draining all of this reservoir to flood out here. Once that is built, which it is, should be no more flooding. These just open right now? No. Aha! We got a hole here. We didn't inspect this reservoir enough, to be perfectly honest. We didn't check its structural soundness. We do need to also fix this situation. Get this aqueduct complete. Hope I didn't strand any beavers. And is there any other problems? I don't. Not much. I think this just needs to be a levee. Well, there's a little bit more problems. It's above you. That. I don't think we need that anymore, though. I don't think we need this anymore either. Dang, we're not going to be able to fully test this out. Permeable floors. What am I talking about? We needed some of that. We needed some of that scaffolding to do the various things we're replacing with it. Okay, not a problem. Not a huge problem. You can just do that and that. Yeah. We don't need these platforms. How's the flooding situation? The flooding situation is starting to get resolved somewhat. Okay. That should all hold. Once we get these two done. Why can't those two be done? Claims it's too far from a district center. But it's only too far until these are completed. Okay. So that was a bit sloppy. We did get a lot of stuff pressurized. Look how high we got this. We got this way above this. And that's because of the pressure that was building up in here and forcing it to go somewhere. And that somewhere was out of these sluices. And until it filled this up. And because these are connected by a tunnel, their level will stay the same. So these two reservoirs are the same. The only reason we have flooding over here right now is because I think it was because the aqueduct wasn't finished. So this water source was just pouring out here. Yeah, because it was pouring down here and flooding this way, but then this was blocked up higher. So that's why all of this flooded. Not a huge deal, really. If anything, it just means we can... How do we get so many vacancies? Did I miss a lot of beavers dying of something? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. Just have a lot of vacancies, I guess. probably all of these lumberjack flags we now have working. Definitely can't support all of these builder huts anymore, though. I guess we turned on all of these lumber mills too. That was part of it, to be honest. Okay, I wish we could see it fully working as intended without this flooding, but I think we're pretty much there. We have some blowing up we can do. Now, blowing this up is actually because it's going to have more room to store water here. The water level here is going to drop, so the water level here is going to drop. So let's blow that up and watch that happen. You're going to make a liar out of me, aren't you? Okay. Okay. So be it. The one layer that we blew up must have been too small to even notice, I guess. Maybe. That might have been the problem. Let's double check we didn't put any dynamite places we don't want it. I don't think so. I really wish I could test this out, but there's not a good way to be able to test it. We could say that we want this to be more full, like just close at a downstream depth of 0.8. That's going to open this up and it's going to let more flow, so we can hopefully drain some of this. Should even flow over here, yeah, and then we can pump more. But I'm hoping it won't flood. It will flood past there, actually. We got to be careful with this. Yeah, that's going to get too high. But it's just helping, it's helping drain all of that. Oh, we didn't want to change that one. We wanted to change this one. Oh, it was this one. That was fine where it was. 0.6 and it won't go above this, but it won't go above these ones either. So we might have to release a little bit more in order to drain it to where we're pumping. Meh. Let's see if this explosion's big enough to see a difference. Not really. If anything, it went up a little bit. From the wave, maybe. Really wish all this wasn't flooding. That was a little embarrassing. I thought I saw the light at the end of the tunnel of building my tunnel, and I got a little trigger happy. That's okay. We didn't like lose any beavers because of it. I'm just gonna set that at 0.7, and it's gonna get over to here. So that should help then drain this. Assuming that these sluices are open, which they are. Is that the... Well, no, sluices are one directional flow. It's actually not going to help drain this. Huh. The only way we could help drain that... That'd do it. I don't think we have any water flowing from here, so it's not going to drain anything precious to us or anything. It's a lot of water stored up there too. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we could even speed that draining process up. Unless I really messed up, it shouldn't cause this to drain. I don't think we needed all that water anyway. And it should still keep, once it gets down here, it should stop draining. It's just getting our buildings unflooded. Perfect. What is our power doing? We're a little bit shy, so we can turn that one back on. And it looks like we're gonna run out of housing pretty soon for our beavers too. One thing we have been slacking on, we've been building this willy-nilly housing without really fully giving the beavers all of the like aesthetic bonuses that we should. So I think next episode we're going to address that a little bit, make sure everything's at least getting the bonuses. It looks honestly like a hot mess, but it's organized chaos. That's what we're going to call it. Okay, so this is drained. We're no longer flooding. It's not pouring out of here. There should be no way for this aqueduct to do any issues. No, that should just flow along here nicely. We got an impermeable floor there, so it should just flow right into here. I'm surprised that's not built yet. So then we just got to make sure we don't go lower than this. So this is the level we can go to. It's at level 3. Actually, I didn't think I thought it was higher than that, but that's not too bad actually. So it's the same level. No, it's not. It's below quite a bit. So we can actually do a triple dynamite, and that's pretty much it, is what it looks like. We're actually running out of dynamite. That's kind of interesting. We don't normally run out of dynamite. Let's get down below some of this scaffolding. This is annoying. Wow, talk about the worst way to put this down. All right, so it'll take them a little while to catch up. But yeah, I think we can honestly say we have matching what's the word I'm looking for? Matching reservoirs. And the only way we would be able to build this taller is actually if we cap and therefore pressurize this aqueduct as well. Which maybe we'll do in the future if we're feeling ambitious. It can't get a whole lot taller. And it's between the two of them, it stores an awful lot of water. What we do have is a bunch of resources dead and waiting for us at the bottom of this. We can't delete the solid tubeway, or else our levee above it will also get destroyed. Ideally, we would have put platforms there, but I tried to do it quick. Not a whole lot of resources down here, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Gosh, we have just been pumping water. Let's go ahead. We've been draining this too because of this. Let's put that back down to the point. It was pretty low that we had that at, actually. Well, I think 0.4 is appropriate. 0.35, why not? We should delete this at some point and put a platform there instead. Huh. Then it's just going to overflow here. I didn't think that through very well. I majorly failed at your flood prevention plan there, Kalpesh. I think as long as we had this really low, so these were closed pretty early. I think we just have it at this. It was at 1.15, I believe. Maybe having it at 0.35 will help with those flooding issues. Otherwise, I'll have to revamp this a little bit more. Yeah. We'll get back to it. We'll see if the issues are resolved or not. This episode has gone way too long. I was just playing around with my pressurized pipes, I think. I'm going to end it here before it drags on any longer than this. If you watch to the end, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment. If you're not subscribed already, how did you end up on episode 10 of a series and you're still not subscribed? Obviously, you're watching it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And I will see you guys next time.